Good morning. I realized in watching back some of my last videos that my eyes shut. That is because they are most of the time half closed. I'm just rolling out of bed, tending to the cats, and bringing me to this position here on the couch where I remain for the entire day. So just a little hint on like why the skin is so white and why I look the way I look. It's just a very mellow week. So no judgment, of course, unless we're reading the great book. So let's go ahead and get into today's words. All right. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. And then once the eyes shut, they will, love that position and stay. Okay. Okay, so interesting. Kind of going back in time a little bit to what we previously talked about, but this is Surah 51, and I'll go ahead and read 45 and 46. Surah 51, 45 and 46. 45 says, "Then they could not even stand on their feet, nor could they help themselves. So were the people of Noah before them, for they wickedly transgressed." Okay, so this entire chapter, The Winds That Scatter, is focused on the calamities that the Lord brings upon groups of people, not just one in particular person, but groups of people. The troublemakers. I think it was important in the beginning of the foundations of the civilizations of the world that there was order instilled. Yet there were no 10 Commandments, yet there were no strict laws or moral compasses people could really go off of. People just kind of did whatever they wanted, much like today. But no, I digress. I think we have much more of a sturdy head on our shoulders, and we are more guided than ever before. But the people before Noah, we know, were bad because their generations and their lines have ceased to exist. They were just unruly, very unruly. And then, of course, in this chapter here, it's talking about an earthquake that he struck upon somebody. Talmud, I think it was the Talmud. Oh no, in the Talmud was another sign, so it's part of Emiralis. Talmud was an ancient tribe. Oh yeah, it was a tribe. The Talmud were an ancient tribal confederation in pre-Islamic Arabia that occupied the northwestern Arabian Peninsula. Okay, so anyways, yes, the Talmud, I guess, were unruly. The people before Noah, we know, were unruly, which is why we have the three sons of Noah really starting out the entire bloodline of this time. Of course, I think there were other people on the earth, like demigods and I forget their names already, the Nephilim, right? The Nephilim were the angels, right? The angels that kind of lasted, right? But still, I think most everybody had stemmed from just those three. They wickedly transgressed. Oh, I left out a word here. But yeah, I mean, that just goes to show that nobody is perfect. Even the people that we are going to talk about today in Exodus, the Israelites are chosen, right? We're technically all chosen, but the Israelites were specifically chosen to, migrate and maneuver into a new way of life. So these people, of course, were not perfect either, and we'll learn that with the laws that are instilled upon their people. And Well, just by hearing some of the wording and some of the keywords that are used within these laws, we'll kind of understand how it was definitely a different time, and the laws applied to that time specifically. They were also very specific, maybe to sets of people or certain situations that did arise and cause issues. So we're going to learn about the laws. We're going to know and we're going to understand that, like, really there is no such thing as a perfect person or group of people, and that's why Jesus came into the world to kind of teach everybody upright posture and how to be perfect and everything like that. So we'll go ahead and learn about that. But yes, that is the purpose of the earth: it's to learn, it's to grow, it's to evolve and develop into morally astute people to the level of somebody that we can look up to, right? Yeah. Takes a little time. We have too many emotions going on. Oh yes, kitties. Yes, kitties. Alright, let me go ahead and end this, and let's start our reading in Exodus.